Hi there, and welcome to episode 13 of the Spaceblock series. I'm Icon, and today we're going to go into green science, and I'm going to start producing the array for the blue science. I've put this all up in a less messy way than the last episode, and there's a lot of stuff to be done to get just one measly unit of blue science out of that array. I'm much looking forward to it. So in the meantime, I have prepared some more landfill, because you know we need, and this is going to be our iron. Already sorted this one out. And we're going to produce now the rest of the materials down here. Next step will be the copper, but that's luckily going to be a much smaller production. And let's see how far I'll get with my policy of local production. Maybe I'll give up on the way and produce large production and build up large production hubs. Still haven't fully made up my mind around that topic as of yet. So this is what we're going to need. We're going to need no coal for anything else than the ore production and smelting. So we can set up our coal producers probably just over here. Why not? Should work out just fine. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And, well, if I now only knew how much coal we actually really need, but it doesn't matter too much. We're going to help ourselves anyways, because simple solutions make me happy. Ah, dang. To go a little bit further down the road. Making it all easier, you know? There we go. So, if I'm not seeing things wrong, this should work out now. Sometimes I have a wrong conception about where stuff flows on belts. I don't know why, but probably I'm again wiring it up the wrong way. I think it was always stuff gets always delivered on the far side, doesn't it? We're going to see. Anywho, this should be providing what we need to produce our raw materials. So let's do the inserter madness. Everything is so much easier now that I got the automation down with, well, I should rather say them all. Everything got so much easier ever since, because I'm not waiting for stuff that long anymore. So, well, we're still gonna overwrite the stack size here. So far, none of these arrays have died, but that's not too surprising because I didn't put them onto a stress test. So shift right click and shift left click. That's at least what I tried to do. Didn't work out too well. And I'd say we're gonna fire up these machines right away. You know, the earlier they start producing, the less long I have to wait for the material. There we go. Just need to toss in a few bits of coal here. There we go. Wonderful. Now, that's all been set up. Let's copy that, and I'm wondering... Oh, shoot. I did a mistake here. Only a minor mistake. Totally forgot that the finished product will be put out into this direction here, so we'll just let it roll like that now. There we go. Good thing that I noticed a moment before it turned into a problem. Okay, now give those bad boys what they need. Alright. Now, let's see. Oh, so low on iron ore. I swear I'm going to start soon to produce some iron ore somewhere to pick it up, to kickstart productions. But wait a sec, we're not needing... Oh, almost produced the wrong ore there, man. Luckily I can plunder these space meta furnaces like that. Okay, there we go. And that's more like it. Yeah, okay. I didn't wire them up incorrectly. Hooray! Okay, now let's get back to that business. I wonder if they inherit the pickup settings from their... Yes, they do! So good. So I don't need to worry about that. Nice. Alright. Ah, you know what? Oh, no, I don't want overridden for the output, I guess. Whatever. Actually, now that I think about it, it ain't that important, but... I'm lazy. I don't want to put down any inserters by hand, which I don't need to put down by hand. Okay, now this is where the copper product will flow. There we go. So this is so much fun at this point. I'm so happy that we're finally at the spot where I'm just capable of building funky arrays and having fun with them. You know, we've had such a long, strenuous time. So there we go. Yeah, of course we can't put these up tidily. Oh, we can. Oh, nice. That's a severe illness on me that I have noticed. That way back when I started with Factorio, I didn't give a bloody damn about the whether or not my cables looked orderly. But the longer I played this game, the worse the condition got. And now stuff like that can drive me nuts at times. You know, stuff Factorio does to you, and you still love it. Just kidding. Sometimes you just have to accept the spaghetti mess of the cables, or you are willing to invest a lot of effort to make it better, but I am certainly not. Okay, that's all been done. The coal output is miserable, but it's something I actually did already expect. We need way more iron ore. Always have a hard time believing that these numbers are correct in terms of coal production. There are a couple of machines not receiving input. I'm still convinced that it's just something which will eventually balance out, but I'm an impatient person and I love to pick up materials from my arrays from time to time, so I don't mind doing this. Because I also got the feeling as if Helmod did a wrong calculation there, but I wasn't too sure. Had a hard time processing that. Okay, so we're going to need the copper plate exclusively for one assembling machine for copper wire. So luckily I think I am at the tech level. Is this actually bound to a shortcut? No, it ain't. I should be on a tech level where, yes, we can do this all with just one inserter. That's beautiful, isn't it? So we're also going to need this product only for the electronic circuits, so might as well put it down like that. I know the recipe wanted a basic machine, but who am I to use basic machines at this wonderful age of automation? Okay, we got that. Now, this machine only needs iron plate. We can provide, no biggie. Okay, so we're going to need that for the assembler production. So we could actually put this on like that. You know, Connecting things that are working already well together is what I like to do. Okay, so there's that, and we're only going to need one gear wheel factory, so here we go. And probably a blue one for about, I'm not sure if this is really necessary, but little do I care. There's no kill like an overkill. In case you're in doubt about the ratio, just do too much, and you will not be unhappy because of that. Okay, we got that and that. So the only thing which we are needing at that point is the transport belt. And that's something I love about these recipes. They're so nicely interconnected that you can easily put them together like that, and there's no biggie. So now what we're going to do is quite simple. We're going to output our product here and output our product here. Now they are on the wrong sides of the belt, but we will fix that easily. You know what? We're going to do this like that. And here it goes. Wicked belt fusion, and voila, we got what we wanted. And that's gonna be the provider for the science production. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Done and done. It's way more compact than I imagined it to be, honestly. Not that I mind about it on though. There we go. So let's lazily copy these because we can use the same configuration for that. Plug on it a couple of power poles and enjoy profit. So the green signs, I knew that this would have been the most casual thing of today's episode, but I felt like it would have been a good practice before we go for the real deal. I mean, blue signs ain't that horribly complicated as of yet, but it is already a lot more complicated than what we did before. So, but whatever. We got 60 signs per minute at this point, red and green. And this is all now done. I hope it'll work. Let's see. Oh, I haven't put up half of the iron array yet. Whoopsie. There we go. Here we are. That's better. So, I do start to like the way we're doing things here on the Spaceblock. Okay. Now let's see what we can do for the next chapter. The next chapter is a much bigger mess than anything we've did before. So the sulfur production is absolutely harmless. Where things get really troublesome is when we're starting to produce the red circuits and the engines. So if you check this out, alone for the red circuit production, we're going to need a horrible amount of furnaces. And we're also going to need the plastic production. So today I wanted to start with the plastic production and then head over to the other sections there. So for sulfur, we're really only going to need a very minuscule amount of things. Luckily, I mean, this should go right into the plastics production. So plastics are quite simple. It's only coal and petrol gas. We have here a simple array that we're going to plug in. And let's see, for the sulfur, we're going to need 1 extra refinery and 3 duplicators. Okay. Let's see. 1 petrol refinery and 3 duplicators. So this grows to an actual amount of 5 and 12. Okay. Shouldn't be any problem. Let's go. thinking along. I was thinking about this for a pretty long time, whether I'd go for the advanced oil processing for this or not, but then I went against it. I will use advanced oil processing later down the road, but in the end, I didn't really see a very, very good reason not to use the simple oil cracking, except for the fact that I'll need a couple of refineries more of them. Is it really that much of an issue? I highly doubt it. We need some extra oil refinery, and just hopping over to the landfill factory. It's one of them things that I need to upgrade as well as this whole mess, hot mess of iron ore, ore assemblers, I should rather say, because we don't need anything of those anymore. We can all do everything with space meta furnaces. I've got everything automated to a level that where we really don't need to worry about that anymore. Did we need chemical plants for that? I think only one or so. Yeah. No need. No need. But we're going to need... Yeah, let's pick up these. And what's way more important than anything else... Oh, shoot. Yeah, you know, I accidentally overproduced elbow pipes a while ago. What happened? You know? It's okay to have a couple of elbow pipes. It's shift, not control. Am I the only person with a lot of trouble discerning these? Okay. So we didn't have the same catastrophe with pipes, but when this was done, I was like, yeah, well, you know, elbow pipes. You always need more of them than you actually have. So I was okay with that. Now, I still haven't found a moment of time to create the automated assemblers for power poles. So excuse me handcrafting a couple of them. But seriously, that's one of them things where I really don't care that I have to handcraft a wee bit. Okay, so we are exporting our products on this height here. So I don't want to go with my resource production over that area, but I want to bring up the whole bulk of oil production into this area here. So, oh man, how was that again? I always keep forgetting, but I think this was the side was the input side. Yes, it is. Alright, we're going to need, though, the duplication recipe. Okay. So, what did I say again? It was 12, wasn't it? 12 duplicators. So these are 6. Going to let it roll like that. To use my space a little bit more efficiently. Okay, now duplication recipe, here goes. Alright, now let's connect it like that. So one connector into that direction, and here's the output of this side. What's really important is that input and output must loop into the same array again, otherwise stuff doesn't work correctly. So we're going to make it like that. And now we're going to connect them together. Something deep down inside me tells me that I don't have enough elbow pipes, and I know it is right. It's something, you know. Alright, let's expand that a wee bit. Sorry about the irregular shapes of my factory here at this point. I really can't change it that easily, because landfill is costly. Okay, so now we're going to put it up like that. So this is the back feed. This is just the back feed. There we go. And now, to make sure everything works out as intended, I really love to put up a one machine that's actually just overproducing for the whole array. So we're going to do this like that. It wouldn't need the double connectors, but I think they look, but I thought they looked badass. So same reason behind that. No reason except for aesthetics. Sometimes I like to do stuff that's only hanging around because it looks great. Alright. So this one will just over-satisfy the production of this whole array. And now, last but not least, of course, we'll have to output that into this direction. So I'll do this like this to make clear how it should look like. Now, the next thing we're going to need is one assembler which empties the bucket into the system. Yes, that's really everything. This one will do. So we're going to plug him on. Why not? Whatever. I don't know why I'm overthinking this so much. So empty crude oil barrel. Boom. This is truly just a Kickstarter. You put in the empty oil, you put in the oil barrels once, and then the process just keeps going. Now, but where was my oil barrel production again? Here. So these are the filled oil barrels. Wonderful. First off, here, have some empty oil barrels and give me some full oil barrels. Thanks, guys. So, one skeptical look at these operations here. Yeah, the tanks are all well filled. Okay. So, that's why I overproduce, to make sure that the duplication process will never die. This could be an issue at some point. I'm always overcautious with that, but you know, the overcautiousness doesn't cost me anything except for one machine that's not even working most of the time. I mean, sure, Factorio does have something which is called passive costs of machines. So basically every machine that is not working consumes energy while not working. It consumes way more energy while working, though. But what the heck? Still way better than building everything exactly on ratio and then have a breakdown of your production line because there was a logistical issue in your setup that you didn't see coming in the first place. Okay, now they're starting up. Let's hope that everything works out as intended. We're going to connect another tank onto that. And so, dear friends, why does it not work? Oh, because I did connect them into the wrong. Yeah, shame on me. Whoops. Yeah, sure. We need to plug in that stuff here onto the input side. Always nice to have a little lapse of attention here to make sure what can go wrong. I mean, it's really good to make mistakes on video. You guys really do profit from that. Okay. Now let's see. Alright, it's now rolling through the system. It might be that we'll have to inject a little bit more oil than that to get the ball rolling, but let's see how it'll work. I mean, so far we have 2 green lamps. Let's see, as long as with every production cycle there will be 2 green lamps again, everything will be fine. But I think what's happening now here is that I need a higher total amount of oil to kickstart the whole procedure. And this one here must go back into the array as well, of course, too. So I'm going to make it like that. This should work. You know, the stored oil also needs to be backflowing, but I think what happens here is just that the fluid gets spread evenly across all the machines, and that leads to a point where there's not enough oil in the machines to restart their production process here. These duplication processes, they are wonderfully complicated. I love it. Seriously, it's one of my favorite parts about Spaceblock, that you have so much work to do with these systems. So here, this one is not connected. And this one ain't connected. Here we go. You know, no fluid system without initial mistakes. Maybe it didn't work because I hadn't configured these optical pleasing parts of my array correctly. Could be the case. Could be the case. Little do I care though. So we're going to go for the refining of that stuff now. So next step, refining. And now we said, yeah, I said I need one more of them for the sulfur production, didn't I? Yeah. 3 extra duplicators and 1 extra refinery. And here we had 9 duplicators, makes 12. That's up to the 13 I got. Wonderful. Just double checking that everything is correct here. You can't do all these things without some amount of math. Sadly. Or luckily. Depends on your taste. For me, it's a luckily. Sometimes I love calculating. As if my brain was made for that. Okay, now we got that and that and that. Let's grab a couple of belts. Running out of belts here a bit. Okay. Now it's all looking pleasant, though. I'm pretty sure that I was wrong about the spread theory there of the duplication. I'm pretty sure it just didn't work because of a backlog of product on this last one there, which I didn't notice. Okay, so there's the petrol gas for both of our products for the blue signs. So basically, all that's left to do now is to whip up the plastic production. I think that's going to be the last thing for this episode to do, because it's a nifty little quick build. And then we're going to return once everything else is rolling. Okay, I'll need 2 chemical plants for that, and 10 coal producers for that. So, how many are here? That's 9. Okay, well, we're just going to put them back on back because, you know, I like to have similar things close to each other. And now I think we should be easily capable of just copying these systems here. I didn't copy correctly, didn't I? Well, there we go. Well, we won't be needing those all those power poles, probably. Probably we do. Yes, we do. But it'll also make the other power poles go away, so it's not going to be that much of an issue. Now, let's produce some coal first, and get those machines going so they can pre-produce some. So let's get rid of those buggers, though. Nobody needs them. Okay, everything still is working out fine, even though... Okay, nice. Just needed to check if that's working out as intended. And now the last thing necessary for us are these 2 chemical plants. So, well, I'm going to make it like that. This is very compact. Since I only have 2 machines that I need to serve here. Oh, wait a sec. We're only going to use these 3. And the 4th one, I'm going to plug on to the sulfur production there. Maybe we can do that sulfur production real quick too. Because these are truly just small-scale projects. Here goes. And a little bit of power here. Wait a sec, we're going to need the power much more here. And then, here we go. And that's gonna be our plastic. Hooray! It's 3 units of plastic per second. It's actually not too shabby. This also means that I will be capable of providing some basic plastic for my whole factory here in no time. Okay, so let's finish the sulfur pod real quick, because honestly, 90% of the work is already done. All we need to do here is put on a small body of water. Okay, I didn't want it to be that small, but whatever. We're going to even out the corners later, or not. Let's see. And there we go. We really only need a little bit of petrol gas. Oh, you know what? Well, we're just going to connect them together. That makes everything a lot easier. We're just going to need a little bit of petrol gas and a little bit of water, and that's that. Mission accomplished. Go. Sulfur's done. That's why I didn't want to pack that into any next episode or so. So we needed that sulfur as a... yeah. Hey, 33% of our production already done, basically. Even a little bit more than that. Because the plastic is one base ingredient for the... seriously? Okay. For the blue science packs. So we are at least at 40% completion here. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. Next episode, we're going to start with a big smelting project there. Because, you know, that's going to be huge. We're going to bring up here a lot of copper. And for the engine production, don't get me started about the engines. I mean, we're going to need so much steel and iron, and it's going to be fun. See you guys next time. Drop your comments down below. Leave a thumbs up on that series to make it more visible. And if you haven't done so already, which I hope, leave a subscription on my channel. There's daily content popping out there. Just turn on the notification bell and you won't miss anything there. See you guys next time and have a good time. Bye-bye.